Alright, so the electrician has 5 spools, each containing 10 feet of wire. He needs to cut pieces of wire that are 18¼ inches each. How many whole pieces of this length can he cut from the spools? So, even though we have 5 spools, each containing 10 feet of wire, which would make a total of 50 feet of wire, the fact we're trying to get whole pieces of this length, I think we'd be better off finding how many whole pieces we can make from one spool, then multiply that answer times 5 as opposed to just doing 50, right? So one thing I'm noticing is just a disagreement of units. What I mean, highlight that, is that the wire is in a 10-foot spool, right? But we're trying to make pieces that are 18¼ inches each. So there's a disagreement in units there, so it's important that we get the same types of units. So the first thing I would do here is I would say 10 feet. Okay, I'm trying to convert feet to inches. And what I know, the facts I know about feet and inches is 1 foot is equivalent to 12 inches. All right? So, in order to get the 10 feet of wire to be in inches, I've got to either put 1 foot over 12 inches or 12 inches over 1 foot. I can make either one of those unit multipliers. The fact that the unit of feet is on the top up here, I want to make sure the unit of feet goes in the bottom over here. Inches would therefore have to go on top, and 12 inches equals 1 foot. Foot cancels foot, one on top, one on bottom. The numbers left over are both on top, which tells me multiplication is the key on that one. So 10 times 12 is 120 inches. Now, I'm trying to get however many pieces of length of 18¼ inches out of 120 inches. So that's a division statement, right? So we're taking 120, that's the whole. We're trying to get a part of 18¼ inches to find the other part. So the mathematics involved here is going to be 120 divided by 18¼ inches. If you want to know how many things you can get out of a whole, okay, and everything's going to be the same amount, then division is going to be your best plan. If you're trying to take away, let's say, I want a 5-inch wire, I want a 12-inch wire, I want a 13-inch wire, now you're going to be subtracting. But yeah, I want to make a whole bunch of this same length all the way through, then it's division. I've got a mixed number in a division problem, so again, anytime I'm dealing with mixed numbers, fractions, anything involving that type of thing, anywhere in the division problem, make everything into a fraction form. So 120 is going to be put over 1. So if you have a whole number, just put it over 1. 18 1/4 I need to make into an improper fraction. And again, to make the improper fraction, multiply, then add. So 18 times 4 is 72. 72 plus 1 is 73. So always change improper fractions, or mixed numbers to improper fractions. And then once we get a division problem of fractions only, we're going to reciprocate the second fraction, make it a multiplication problem. So the 120 over 1 stays the same. We're going to change divided by 73/4 into times 4/73. Ideally at this point something reduces, but 73 does not go into 120. And it does say whole pieces, so remainders don't matter. So I just need to get a product and then of these two fractions, divide it out, and then whatever it is without a remainder is what I'm looking for. So nothing reduces, so I'm going to do on top it's 120 times 4 is 480. On the bottom 1 times 73 is 73. So we just have to do 480 divided by 73. Okay, and 73 goes into 48. I might try 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18, we carry a 1. 6 times 7, 42 plus 1 is 43. Subtract, and we're going to get 10 minus 8 is 2, 7 minus 3 is 4, 0, right? So as long as this number is less than that number, that means I took out the most I could take out. Again, we get a remainder of 42 inches, or whatever that would be, 42 73rds of an inch, I guess. Or 42 73rds of a piece, I guess would be what it was. Anyway, regardless, we're getting 6 whole pieces. The remainder of 42 is just gonna be waste. Okay, again, we want whole pieces, we have a waste of 42, whatever unit we're dealing with, right?
So 42 don't matter.
The 42 does not matter for the sake of getting a whole piece. So 6 is how many whole pieces we get out of one spool. One spool gets 6 pieces. And we're trying to get 5 spools worth of wire, so we're just going to multiply 6 times 5. So 5 spools get 30 pieces. Yeah, that's what they're asking for. How many whole pieces can we get off of these 5 spools of wire?